Hey guys, it's Monday, May 22nd, and this is our 19th weekly vlog for 2017. Hello, I worked quite late today, so I'm super tired. It's already dinner time. I work a really early shift, so I usually get home a couple hours before dinner. Today I'm getting home right at dinner, because of course the later I work, the more traffic there is, so it took me longer to get home. Nice Brian's over here washing my lunch dishes, which is awesome. But I think this is all I'm gonna have time for today. Sorry, not very exciting, but we've got fun stuff coming up later this week. We're going to Williamsburg, Virginia for Memorial Day weekend. I know we mentioned that in last week's vlog, we'll be taking you along. We'll of course have separate videos for our time at the parks, probably Saturday and Sunday. But we're gonna swing by the park Friday to do a couple of things, and obviously we'll have time in the morning and then in the evening at the resort that we are not at Busch Gardens. So all of that I plan to include on the weekly vlog. So we may not have much going on during the work week, but I think we'll have a lot by the time we get to the weekend. And we are both looking forward to getting away this weekend. In last week's vlog, we mentioned that we were grilling kielbasa, or I was on Sunday. So here's the leftover, and I've got yet another serving. I made 3 servings. Some little fingerling potatoes, the Bubby's sauerkraut that I showed last week, and then some fresh blueberries. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, May 23rd, and as you may be able to see outside, it is nasty. This is day 2 of rain. Not a huge fan of this widespread lingering rain. I don't mind thunderstorms, quick moving rain, but when it rains for more than one day in a row, not crazy about it. The good news there's good news. If it doesn't change again, our Busch Gardens forecast changed for the better. Sunday was supposed to be a washout, which is one of our 2 full days there. And now both Saturday and Sunday are showing a chance of rain, but only in the afternoon in the form of a thunder shower. So only for like an hour are they predicting a chance of rain. The rest of the day is sunny. So I'm totally fine with that, because for an hour we can either watch a show or duck inside, do an indoor ride. There's many things you can do for an hour to get out of the rain. Food and wine festivals are not fun in the rain. We did theirs last year, I believe. We've done it more than 1 year in a row, but I believe it was last year we had one complete rainy day. And eating your food in the rain while your food's getting wet's not fun. But if you take it indoors somewhere, then your food gets cold or rained on or whatever by the time you get it somewhere. So happy that the forecast changed. I just hope, crossing my fingers, that it stays that way. Hey guys, it's Thursday, also known as Friday Eve. It's May 25th. I worked today. I actually didn't film last night because I repacked everything for our trip this weekend, because I think the weather has sort of settled into, it's gonna be hot for sure, so that's why I went ahead and packed, because it's not gonna change what I wear. The rain keeps changing constantly. Like every few hours they change how much it's supposed to rain, when it's supposed to rain, if it's supposed to rain. It's fluctuating all over the place, so we're just gonna have to pack, assuming it's gonna rain some. Hopefully it won't be a washout. Right now, as of this hour, it says that it will rain probably around 2 p.m. each day. Thunderstorm, 60% chance. But yesterday it was saying 80% chance for a bigger period of time, and this morning it was saying very low chance. I mean almost nothing on Saturday. So that's what I mean, it's just completely all over the place. It was funny, this morning Brian goes, "Did you get our Busch Gardens season passes yet?" And I was like, oops, because I'm usually the one that does that. And I completely spaced. I mean, it's not that we can't replace it, you can replace it, but I think they charge you $5, or they can. I don't know that they always enforce that, but I think they can charge you for it. So I'm glad he remembered. Not to mention just the hassle. Their guest services line is always huge. I mean, probably not Disney huge, but it's close. It seems like it's always long. So I'm really glad, especially the one outside that we would have to go to get inside to get a new pass. So I'm glad he thought of that. Hope I haven't forgotten anything else. I feel kind of disorganized. We've been flying so much, I've gotten in sort of a routine of packing for flying. Driving feels less stressful because you can throw in whatever you want. The problem with that is I feel like I'm less organized. I don't make lists and, you know, I'm not careful about it. I guess because I know we have a car, and worst case we can drive and pick up stuff that we might have forgotten. But I really don't want to forget anything, so I hope I remembered. Hey guys, it's Friday, May 26th. It's the beginning of Memorial Day weekend, so this will actually go out on Memorial Day, so I can actually say Happy Memorial Day. We are on our way, finally, it feels like it's been the longest week ever for some reason, to Busch Gardens for the Food and Wine Festival. You excited about that?
I am.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, next to Epcot, I would say this is our favorite food festival. Wouldn't you?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, for me, I would say all the Epcot festivals are better, but after the Epcot festivals that we've been to, this would be, I think, our next favorite food festival. It's very similar in format to the Epcot in that it's international countries. They do have Virginia, but other than that, it's mostly international. They also have the American Southwest.
Hawaii.
Yeah, no, I guess I still feel like Hawaii is international. I know it's one of our states, but no, because it's so different though. They have very unique food. Of course, they have a Spam sandwich, which I find funny for Hawaii. But anyway, they have some new things this year. They have an India booth, which I unlikely will be eating from. For those of you who've been watching us for a while, you know I went to India and got very sick there. It's made it hard for me to like really love Indian food, and I used to love it. It's just that once you get, you know, it's an association with something. But they also have they're calling it Mediterranean, but it's very similar to their Greek booth that they used to have. Yeah, it's got some same food, yeah. And then they also have, which I am excited about, a frozen, is it just called frozen beverage?
Frozen Island, I don't know.
Frozen something, and it's a ton of frozen drinks, all kinds. And so I'm excited about that, because used to, the specialty drinks were pretty limited except for tons of wine and beer, but the actual frozen drinks were really limited. But this specialty beverage booth, a booth just for that, they still have all the other specialty drinks at the other booths. I think I'm almost as good off as you are as far as, or maybe better, because you said you didn't like a lot of the beer flights. So I think I may be in better shape than them for once. So are we to Virginia yet? So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's the Welcome to Virginia sign right behind this rest area sign.
Virginia's for lovers.
Virginia is for lovers. So if you've watched our previous vlogs, you know Virginia is for lovers. That's their state motto. And we finally made it here, and we're gonna take a quick rest stop and then head on to Busch Gardens. Alright, I do not know if this bridge has a name or what the name is.
The James River over that.
Yeah, we're going over the James River. And this is a pretty impressive bridge. I'm sure it would look more impressive from the side.
So that's the bright yellow or something.
After what feels like a really slow trip here, which it wasn't, it just feels slow, we finally made it to Busch Gardens. So our purpose tonight, I'm actually going to include this on the weekly vlog as opposed to a separate Busch Gardens vlog, is just to go in and,
for 3/4 of a mile.
Sorry for the GPS there, and basically find out what's gluten-free. They don't print it in their guide like Carowinds and Epcot. You have to go to a restaurant and leaf through a big binder and figure out for yourself what's gluten-free, what's not. So we're gonna do that tonight to save some time, so that when we go tomorrow for the food festival and Sunday, exactly, I'll already know what I want. And here we are.
Keep left, then continue on to Busch Gardens Boulevard.
You can see, whoa, you can see Apollo's Chariot there, those humps, and then Tempesto. Oh yeah, wow, the parking lot is full. I know you can't see it for the trees, but it's a lot of people, but no one here to get through into the parking lot, so that's good. All right, here we are at Busch Gardens, and But Brian ran ahead and he didn't want to, I insisted. We noticed that the roller coasters have like no one on them. I mean, they're like wide open. And I'm gonna be spending a while going through this book trying to figure out what's gluten-free, so I told him to run on without me. All right, here we are with some very copyrighted Beatles music in the background. If you haven't seen our previous Busch Garden vlogs, just a quick overview. It's a sort of different European countries theme. We're in England, obviously. They have several other European countries as well as Canada. So it's very different than the Florida theme. So it's always nice to be heading in while everyone else is heading out. And also nice when you're not in a rush to do anything. I'm heading over to Ireland, which is where they have the magic gluten book. So Brian is excited about this ghost pepper guacamole that's new this year in Southwestern America. And I'm excited about that margarita because I think that's new this year. All right, so I had success in getting all the gluten-free items. And one thing I do like is they give you this binder that has all the ingredients. So it's kind of a plus because I can look at the ingredients and make a decision for myself if I think it's safe or not. It is really packed. But this is the first official day, I believe, of the food festival, Food and Wine Festival. And it's also the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. Got a goat or sheep, I'm not sure which. If you know, please leave a comment. So we're heading out. We're gonna run by a grocery store and then we're going to our amazing resort. We both love this resort. Yeah. It's really, really nice. All right, so we agree that was a super productive few minutes. I got all the gluten-free stuff determined. Brian got to ride Apollo's Chariot.
That was fun.
Yeah, and we tried to go get a drink, but it didn't work out because there were no lines at most of the booths, but the one we went to had a huge line, and so...
Well, I think it was a huge line because of some kind of malfunction or...
Oh, some kind of difficulty. Well, it's the first day, so stuff happens. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the grocery store, hotel, and relax. So groceries are acquired now, and we are headed to a hotel to relax. I know Brian's gonna be tired, working all day, driving all day. I didn't have to drive, so it wasn't too bad for me. But we are headed into probably one of the strangest entrances to a resort ever.
First time here, I think.
We thought we were lost, yeah.
A neighborhood.
Well, not only a neighborhood, but a lot of these houses look like $1 million houses because, I mean, at least over 500,000 for sure. We're in Williamsburg, Virginia, which already has a high property value, and then these houses are massive. Some of them are. I know it's probably hard to tell as we're whizzing by, but these are huge, huge houses. So you go through this really ritzy neighborhood, and then poof, there's the Marriott. It's a timeshare resort. We're not timeshare owners. We just like staying at their timeshare resorts. You can do it. It's the same way you can, yeah, there's a golf course, and I think that's like a clubhouse over there. So this is called Ford's Colony, and this is the Marriott at Ford's Colony is the resort we stay at. We don't stay here every time, as you saw if you watched our last time we were at Busch Gardens. We stayed at, what was that, a Marriott Fairfield? I believe so.
Yeah, Fairfield.
But this is way, way nicer. We also have a video where we cover this. And we have another video where we cover the Marriott timeshare resort that's near Disney World. It's actually really close to SeaWorld, right across the street practically from SeaWorld, the Marriott Grand Vista. So we've been really impressed with their timeshares. Again, not owners, don't want to be owners, but
oops, wrong
you
circle.
Wrong circle. You can rent them just like a hotel room though. And the prices, especially when you're comparing to Disney prices, aren't that bad.
Here we go.
Eee. So here we go after all that, and now this is actually the resort, finally. So you go over here to check in, but then over there is usually where the resort is. It's a very beautiful resort there. I have to say, they do a nice job with their timeshare resorts. The rooms are always clean. I shouldn't jinx myself if I get a dirty room now. Always really well done. All right, so we just checked in, and they've been doing some remodeling, so we were checking it out, and we just found out they have an indoor pool. We didn't even know that. They got an outdoor right out there, an outdoor jacuzzi, but they also have an indoor jacuzzi and an indoor pool.
They redid this too.
I think they did. Well, you can smell it. It smells new. Right, so this is what the hallway looks like, which I'm not at the very end. It always reminds me of Tower of Terror. So here's our room. This is a 1-bedroom suite. If you watched our previous vlogs from a year ago, you've seen this, so I'm going to give a really quick tour. It's a full kitchen, full-size refrigerator, full-size appliances. Comes with plates, dishes, glasses, pretty much anything you could need. Dishwasher, the whole works, and this nice bar. It's got this really nice dining room, huge table, seats 6. It does have a laundry, which is a huge plus if you're staying more than a weekend. We usually don't use it, but so nice to have in case you need it. And so we're in Colonial Williamsburg, so that's why the decor is like this. When we stayed at the Marriott Grand Vista in Florida, it had a completely different theme to it, and it did not have a fireplace. It's electric, but it actually does put off some heat. We've used it when we've been here during cooler weather. It has a screened porch. Really nice woods view. It's got 2 chairs out here and a table. Has this window seat, couch and chairs, and I don't know if I showed the TV. It's got a really big TV over the fireplace. And then this is what makes it really nice, is this huge bedroom, so you can also get to the screen porch right over here. It's got this chair, it's got a nice king bed. That's a turkey because we're in Colonial Williamsburg. It also has this really nice TV. And it does have a pretty decent sized closet. Has a safe. It's really big. Has a vanity here, but there is a second vanity, which we'll see in just a moment. And then it has this 2-person jacuzzi tub. I think it's kind of funny that it's right next to the bed. I don't know why, but to me that's pretty funny. Toilet, really nice big shower, and the shower head's really nice too. I know this from past experience. And here's the second vanity. So I really like how the vanities are in 2 different rooms so you can get ready at the same time. So it's very spacious, as you can tell. I mean, this would definitely be comfortable even with a full family. Hey guys, good morning. It is, I don't know what day it is. I think it's the 27th, but it's Saturday, that part I know. And we're at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg still. I'm out on the screen porch, and it is a lovely day today. So pretty. I love this view of the woods that we have, super nice. The reason I'm not having it this way is it puts me in the dark. But the weather right now feels fantastic, but it's supposed to be 88 today with a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. I don't mind the chance of thunderstorms. I don't think it's gonna be a washout. But 88's pretty hot because it's been unseasonably cool at home. Just pleasant, not cold. Like, we've had some days in the 80s, but we've had mostly 70s, and so this is gonna feel hot, especially being out in the sun all day. And I don't know if I mentioned on here, I know I mentioned on Twitter, I moved my work walks, now that it gets light in the morning, to the morning instead of at lunch, and so I'm not getting as acclimated to the heat. That's the downside. Walking every day at lunch, when it's hot, I get used to being out in the heat. Now I'm in air conditioning all day because I'm walking early in the morning when it's not hot. So there's ups and downs, but I think I mostly like walking in the morning. It's nice. Nice not burning up while I'm doing it. Also, there's something I wanted to get you guys feedback on. It seems not very exciting when I do my daily vlogging and all I have to say is that I worked. So from here forward, I'm gonna try, starting with next week's vlog, just filming when I have something of interest to say, like got some Disney mail, or we're playing a board game, or we're cooking something. But on those days where all we do is work, I just can't imagine that's super fun for you guys to watch. So I'm gonna stop doing that for a bit, see how that goes, and then if you don't like that format, or if you have any feedback on that, if you like it better, whatever, leave us a comment, appreciate it. It's hard to know what's interesting, what's not all the time, but that does not seem interesting to me, so I'm gonna try this other way, and see how that goes. So it's gonna kind of be like a weekend vlog, but I'm not gonna call it that because there may be weekdays that we do stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it open to whenever we do something. But if it's just a regular day where all I do is work and I'm not cooking anything new or different and we're not playing board games or doing something, I'm just gonna skip those days and go straight to the days where there's something to actually show. So anyway, one more look at this beautiful view this morning. We wake up early for work, so we got up too early this morning, as we usually do, and so we're waiting until it's time for the park to open. So here's that hall I showed last night from further down. It totally reminds me of Tower of Terror. And didn't you say it reminded you of The Shining or something?
Well, I think it's a Tower of Terror too.
I want to say this is the furthest back I've ever seen the cars. Usually we can at least see the sign. So it is gonna be busy. Remember last Memorial Day weekend we came and we were up on Apollo's chair. We were up there and it was like 10 a.m. or so and we could see this line was across the bridge that we just came across. It was crazy.
No idea what time they open parking today.
No, and it seems different every time we come when they actually open the parking. So our day at Busch Gardens was great. I probably look like a hot mess because I am hot. It is hot today. Right now it says on our Jeep it's 89 degrees, and as I mentioned, it's been in the 70s at home, so, and rainy. So this is hot. It feels really hot. Thankfully the humidity is not as high. It's like summer humidity, but it's hot. So we're on our way back now. I'd say we had an awesome time today, wouldn't you?
It was an awesome day.
Yeah, I think, whoa, bouncy, wow.
Lots of new food, it's good food.
Yes.
Some not so good. But it was good, it's a good day.
It's a good mix. It's always good, emergency ahead. It's always good to have something new to try, even if you don't like it. I know that sounds weird, but that's why we like these food festivals.
Yeah, I actually like the Indian booth.
Hey guys, we are taking a pool break, much needed in this really hot heat, and thankfully the thunderstorms have held off. So here's what the pool area looks like at the resort. It's really nice. They also have the other pool that we showed you before, but this is probably considered the main pool. It's a little bigger, and they also have this hot tub over here. So a really nice area. Brian's sitting here reading the USA Today, and they actually have a whole article on the new rides at Disney and Pandora. That's pretty funny. Good morning. It's our second full day, or third day if you count the little bit we did on Friday at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Again, on the lovely screen porch this morning. And we had a great time at the pool yesterday. It was relaxing. And it was packed with kids. We'll say it's a huge pool, so it wasn't a problem or anything, but there are a lot of kids staying here for sure. Today, the weather forecast is iffy, just like yesterday. Yesterday it worked out great. It stormed after we left the pool. I mean, we were already well out of the pool and had come back, and then it finally stormed. Today, the storms are supposed to be earlier, like 1:45 I think is the current forecast, but it's only a 60% chance. So, and the chance gets greater as you get later in the day. So we're hoping once again we'll get lucky and it will hold off. So again, I will have a separate video for the Busch Gardens portion once we get to Busch Gardens. It's just too much to put in the weekly vlog. This weekly vlog would be like an hour, which I know you guys would probably not enjoy. So I'm gonna break it into separate vlogs. Also helps if people for some reason just wanna see the Busch Gardens part and don't necessarily wanna follow the weekly vlog, they can watch that too. So I'll have that in a separate, I would put a link up here, but it very well may come out after this vlog because this vlog will come out Monday at 2 Eastern time, and that's the day we get back from this trip, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get 3 vlogs out right away. They'll probably be like a Busch Gardens this coming Friday, then maybe a Busch Gardens the next Friday because they'll need time to edit them. Or I don't even know if I'll get them done that soon, to be honest. It may be the following weekend before I'm able to get to them because I'll have to do, you know, all the usual when you get home, laundry and get ready for the work week. Yay, at least it's a short work week, 4 days, much better. So anyway, off we go to Busch Gardens. So you're ready for a fun-filled day at Busch Gardens?
A wet day, probably.
Oh, don't say that. So I know it looks kind of gross, sorry about that, but this is Brian's haul from that fossil bag that we did at Busch Gardens. It's pretty neat. I mean, he got some really cool things, like this one is really, really cool. And I think that's an ammonite. There's a little guide here. Sorry for the glare. But he got some really neat things. Definitely a few shark's teeth. These are particularly cool. We looked these up online. They're Arthroceros. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it's a little animal that used to be inside a hero. It's pretty neat looking. So yeah, these are very cool. I would definitely recommend this for kids because we're adults and we had fun doing it. So I think a kid would absolutely love it. Good morning. It is Monday, May 29th. And today is Memorial Day in the United States, so I want to take a moment to remember all of those who sacrificed for our country and also all of those who have and are serving. We really appreciate it and thank you very much. So we are headed home. Normally I wouldn't film on Monday on the previous week's vlog, it'd be on the next week's vlog, but since it comes out today, it is a nice view. Since it comes out today, I wanted to mention Memorial Day since this actually is Memorial Day and the video will come out today. It's a another rainy looking morning, but I think at home it's supposed to be pretty nice. So we had an awesome week this week. Really can't complain about anything. Even the weather yesterday didn't deter us. It was a good time. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We always enjoy hearing from you. Bye.